So welcome aboard the Savage Gravel Cub. Let's get airborne. It won't take long. This dirt strip is mental. But just look at the views here. Unbelievable. So what we'll do is we'll just spin around in this valley. I just wanted to have a look at this beautiful mountainside here. Honestly, I could just fly in Alaska for the next 10 years and not get bored. Look at that. Unbelievable views. See the light bloom there on the tail. It's one thing you do appreciate when you've got all your settings very high. It's just the little details that you miss sometimes, like the light bloom, the light shafts and the reflections and the shadows, all doing their thing to create such an immersive experience. See how the struts there are actually going past the cockpit, right on cue. I do recommend, guys, anybody who's struggling for performance, just literally put down your tools, put down all of those tweaks and settings, jump to somewhere like this where you don't need the frame rate to be quite so high, and put your render scale to maybe 70 or 80% if you're on a 1080 Ti card, and just go flying, and you'll find that the performance is really nice. Back those settings off to about medium. I do have plenty of tweak guides out there, and yeah, just go flying for the pure joy of it. So there we are, we're just going to go overhead. That is the airfield. I actually came in on that very strip with the CJ4 and only just made it. So it can be done. I wish I recorded that flight actually. Okay, so the next stop will be seagulls off this coast you can see here coming up. We've got a bit of a sea crossing, so I thought what I'll do is just get a bit of altitude in case we do have an engine failure, but hopefully not. It's always good practice just to gain a little bit of height. And what I'll do is I'll meet you as we get closer to that gorgeous area where we should be able to spot, if we're lucky, some seagulls. Might help though that I've got a marker for them because I have cheated, but never mind. We'll gloss over that and I'll see you in a moment. Okay, well, welcome back. This sea crossing was a bit longer than I anticipated. We've actually been about 45 minutes so far, but we're getting there. I say that, we're about halfway. Oh my god. That's alright, we're going to continue onwards. But I just had to, you know, check back in with you guys, because look at that volcano there. On an island all on its own. I don't know particularly what name of that mountain will be, because my knowledge around this area is pretty useless, I'm afraid to tell you. But that looks absolutely spectacular. Hopefully it's coming across okay on the mirror image, but as I'm getting ever closer to it, it's getting bigger and bigger. And I'm just going to go slightly off the plan route so we can take a closer look. I'll have to look up that volcano, and if I'm really good and prepared, I'll stick the name on the screen now of what we're looking at there, but if not, it just means I've forgotten, so apologies. But look at that, and just look at the whole atmosphere here. It's unbelievable. And even those sort of boring sea crossings are really interesting, because you see the different shades of water and obviously the clouds, the way they're casting their own shadows onto the water there, it just looks beautiful. You can see there the actual mountain is reflecting onto the water. So there's just so much to look at. It really is a photographer's dream, this sim. It just mimics the real world so well that every single flight you do is going to be different. Even if you did the same flight every day for a year, it would be different every time. I guess that's part of the joy for me with flight simulation and the open world it gives you, that, you know, you just never know what you're going to get. The weather's always different, the physics, the atmosphere, the lighting, it's always going to be different. If I was feeling really brave, I'd probably attempt to land on the top of that, but considering my attempt in my last video, using this aircraft that is, I'd probably best refrain from that idea and continue on with our quest to find some wildlife. Talking of the quest, I've been using that quite a lot in DCS recently. I'm finding the Quest 2 in DCS to be an absolute joy. It runs better than in this sim, I don't know why, but the tray tool, if you lock it to 27 frames per second in 80 Hz mode, it really is a joy. But I don't want to get too technical because this video is not about settings, but I think I might do a video of that soon, of sort of my settings and tweaks in DCS now that I've been using the system now for a while. I know a lot of people want me to do a DCS setup video, but I just cannot possibly do one unless I actually know what I'm talking about. So it's been a process of a huge learning curve. But I'm getting there now. I am getting there. And to be honest, if you have a system like mine with an RTX 3090, then you can really get away with most of your settings on Ultra anyway, especially if you're in the Quest 2, because you can lock the frame rate lower and have smooth motion projection. Anyway, I digress, as I often do. I can see the coast there coming up, and that's where those birds are going to be. So I promise you this time I'll see you when we get closer, and let's find out if we can spot them with a bit of luck. So here they are on the nose, 1 nautical mile away with our little cheat marker. We're getting very low on fuel, so hopefully we can make this quick. If you blink you might miss them because they're quite hard to spot, hence the why I've cheated here. But I don't care about that, that's fine. Literally it would take you hours to spot them otherwise. Where are they? There they are, look, do you see that? Wow! And that's as literally, if you blink you will miss them. 3, 2, 1. There they are! Oh my god, right through them. Oh god, this sim is so smooth in the Reverb G2, I love it. This system, honestly, the best thing I've bought for a long time. Right, anyway, we're now going to make our way over to the grizzly bears, but I think first of all I'm going to find somewhere to land. As I'm looking thinking, yeah, there's absolutely nowhere, but hopefully along that clearing there there's a bit of flat terrain, just so we can brim the tanks and do our last leg, because I don't think we're going to make it, to be honest. We've only got about 20% fuel left. Now this is where it went all wrong last time, and I basically had a prop strike and I was stranded with some grizzly bears for 3 days. But it's okay because I got to know them, and they took me in under their paws, so to speak. And yeah, I'm pleased to say that everything went well. In fact, I've actually made a documentary and it'll be on BBC 2 next year. Right, anyway, let's see if we can find somewhere suitable to land. Not looking very good though, if I'm honest. Oh, hang on, what about there? Yeah, we could land there. Right, okay, so I think we spotted somewhere. I'm going to bring her in. We've got flaps on this thing. Look at that, how we lose speed so quickly. This is so much fun. It really is. Right, hang on. And I don't know what it's looking like on the mirror image. It's probably looking a bit stuttery. But trust me, the VR experience in the headset is so smooth. Okay, here we go. I'm a bit nervous about this. It went wrong last time. I need to perfect my landings with this thing. Come on, baby. Here we go. Here we go. Nervous. Oh, God. Okay. Whew. I think we've done it. We've made it. I'm so scared of that prop being smashed like it was last time. I don't want to be stranded again for God knows how many days. And I was lucky, actually, that I got spotted. Right, okay, so we're now going to refuel and get on our merry way so we can find those grizzly bears. See you in a second. This is such a beautiful spot. Look at that there. I could literally just sit there for hours. In fact, I did do that the other day. I found a spot in Alaska. I wasn't recording that flight, and I just sat there for about 10 minutes or so, just enjoying the sights and sounds. Right, here we go then. Back pressure on the stick, and we are airborne again. I tell you what, guys, this is proper flying. Forget your Airbuses and your systems and FMCs. This is what it's all about. Stick and rudder and in the wilderness. I could do this literally all day. In fact, I'm going to do this all day today, actually, because I've got the whole week off work. And it's locked down in the UK still, so this is what I'm going to be doing. Although by the time this video comes out, I'd imagine it will probably be lifting because things are changing. Let me know what it's like in your part of the world, but honestly I do wish all of you well, and really just to stay safe and to look after each other really during this horrible time that we're in at the moment, but I do feel the way out is near. One thing I love about this Bush plane, because of its 250 turbocharged engine, and it doesn't weigh anything, you can literally just jump right up into the sky, and you've got the power here. We're doing 140 knots at the moment, and we're going to rise right above that ridge there, helped also by an enormous amount of ridge lift we're getting. Look at that vertical speed. That's not me moving the stick, that's just the I can almost feel like a wave of air pushing me up. There we go, look at that. Oh my god, that is a view and a half. Look at that. Right, we'll start making our way down because our next stop is grizzly bears. I'll see you a little bit further up the road. Can you see the ice there? That looks incredible. You can see a bit of snow and ice. That is actually procedurally modelled, or created, if that's even a word, from a sailboat, which is very clever. You know, lakes and rivers, they will ice up depending on the atmospheric conditions. So we should technically be very close to them now, but I still haven't seen my little marker. So maybe they're hiding. Ah, there they are, look. It's interesting, that marker came up very, very, very close by. So even with markers, it can be really hard to spot them. So in this case, we're just going to go overhead and see if we can get a glimpse of these beautiful creatures. They're in, yeah, I can see there, they're actually walking through that forest. But there they are, look. You have to really, really spot them though. Thankfully the Reverb G2 is helping with its amazing resolution. We'll go around again. Here we go, last pass. This is going to be the one. There they are, look. Gorgeous. Very nice indeed. Finally got a chance to see them. Right, well it looks like we're not going to be able to get a decent look, but I'm so determined to see them properly, because we have flown all the way from the UK, that we're now going to land in a clearing and hopefully survive. And we'll get the drone out, because I've got that packed in the back there, and get a really good close-up view of these bears. So here we go. Brace for impact. I really shouldn't say that. Oh, this is a tricky one. Come on. Come on. Oh my goodness me. We made it. Just. I love that you can literally just land anywhere with this thing. Well, let's just turn around here. Okay, so we're now in drone mode. Look at all these trees in this wilderness. It's absolutely beautiful. I really feel like I could be here in real life right now. It's so convincing. So much better than even a massive 4K monitor. You cannot beat VR, guys. And we're closing in on these grizzly bears. We've got a very quiet drone, I'm pleased to say. It's the new Mavic Mini 5. And it's got an amazing range on it as well. I really honestly feel like I should start talking really quietly. That's how it feels. I don't want them to hear me. Anyway, I'll just pick this up a little bit more closer, because we're actually quite slow. I can't be asked to change the speed of the camera, so I'll see you in a moment. Look at that. And these are different colour bears to the ones we saw back near Coal Bay. Big, brown, brutish bears. And they really look fantastic as well. They've done a great job with the modelling. We've hit this perfectly here with the clearing. Look at that. That is just epic. Wowzers. So convincing. Totally worth the trip to see them in all their glory, in their natural habitat. I'll tell you what, I think I'm giving David Attenborough a run for his money here with these videos. Love it. Okay, we'll leave him alone now. I hope you enjoyed that incredible glimpse, only here on the VR Flight Sim Guy channel, of some wild bears here in Alaska. We'll jump back in the aircraft now, and we best get home before the sun sets. Right, it's now time to get out of here, because the sun is setting and we don't want to be in the wilderness in the dark. Now, as before, I'll put a link in the description below of this aircraft, because it's freeware and it's absolutely just all kinds of fun. In fact, you know what? They're actually they've circled back round. I think they were after us, to be honest. They were getting very close to us. We'll just have another look, actually. Here we go. Oh, yes. Very nice. Well, I hope they find shelter and food. It's time for us to head back to our overnight stop. Do you know, this flight has been over 2 hours now, and I must say the Reverb G2 is fantastic for those long flights. I find it really comfortable. And it's perfectly safe to have long VR sessions so long as your IPD is correct and you don't get any eye strain, or if you're feeling hot or bothered or uncomfortable in any way, then take a break. We're just going to have one notch of flaps. I think that'll be plenty. This is literally like Heathrow Airport for this little bush plane. That runway is so long we could take off, land, take off and land again very easily. And that'd be quite an interesting challenge. I'm tempted to go outside for the landing. I hope I don't regret this. Here we go. These massive Tundra tyres. There we go, back on the deck again. Very nice indeed. And that completes our tour today, guys. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me in the Alaska wilderness as we look at all the wildlife it has to offer and the beautiful mountains, and you can almost smell that fresh air. But take care, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye-bye for now. I've even asked my opticians a few times, what does he think of VR? And so long as the IPD is correct and you don't get any eye strain or you don't feel hot or uncomfortable in any way, because if you do, just make sure that you keep to, shorter playstations.